Welcome to episode 11. As we left off last time, battle was about to begin. We had a bear with poison claws, everyone else standing at attention and ready, and a zombie Theseus staring back from the void. Well, really on top of a stone casket, but it sounded cool. Anyway, we should roll for initiative.
I got a 4.
Ray got a 17. Because Bear does not have initiative bonus. Castros gets an 11.
11, okay. All right, I need Alpha and Theseus. Alex, if you can take care of that.
Alpha's at 8, Theseus is at 10.
Okay. Alrighty, so let me move some stuff around. I'm going to keep a list here, so hopefully things go smoothly. Thankfully, we had no even close competitions as to order. All right, and there we go. We are set. Dane, you get to go first.
Ray,
Yeah, I got the lowest.
Ray, what do you get?
Yeah,
I got a 17.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, I forgot. I golf scored it in my brain. My apologies. Yes, Ray, you get to go first.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I literally just I sorted the wrong way on my list. You know, they did the ZA instead of AZ.
Oh.
I'm gonna take one of my weird black arrows that I've picked off of the corpses of past.
The Patriot arrow?
I'm just gonna...
Yes.
Yes. And I'm just gonna put it right into that thing's head.
Alrighty. You call it, and you get advantage on that shot.
17 to hit.
Ooh, you take your shot, and the arrow glances literally off its skull.
AC 17.
Yep.
Alright.
Like
All right. It reaches down and picks up its weapon. And let's see. So I guess you guys would all be kind of equally spread through the room, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I guess there's no one in particularly close. Without, I wasn't sure if anyone would go in, so let me think here.
Well, isn't there someone right by the casket?
Oh yeah, didn't someone like push the casket open?
Dane pushed the casket open and stumbled.
But I leaped back, I thought.
He stumbled out of the way. Oh, yeah, because you went back to talk with actual Theseus. So yeah,
Yes.
we're all about the same distance away.
You were close because you wanted to...
Yeah,
Say
Castros
hi.
is probably semi-close because he... No, Castros didn't want to say hi. He turned into a bear immediately and squared up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it looks over at Theseus and there goes my die. It says something to him that he doesn't understand, and I need him to make a wisdom saving throw.
Right, wisdom plus 0. Okay. 7.
7. All right, he fails. He is... Let's see, what do we do? Ooh, I like this. He is forced to grovel, so he falls prone to the ground and is down.
Oh. Good job, Theseus. You're so helpful. Alright. I believe it's Castros' turn next, because Alpha and Theseus got an 8 and
Yes.
a 10.
Yes, you're correct.
Correct.
It is Castros. Yes.
Cool. Perfect. Time to charge. So yeah, as a bear, he has multi-attack, so he'll... Yeah, I'm gonna go for a grapple. Grapple him in place and then poison him with
All right.
my claws. So we'll go for a bite first. Well, okay, how far away is he?
Oh, let's say 20 feet.
That's fine then. Alright, and just like runs up for a bite attack, which is a nat 20.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
All right. Well, give him
All
a
right.
homebrew roll. Roll one more time on your D20 and tell me what you get.
5.
Okay, so all right, continue with your normal nat 20.
Okay. So, I'm going to try and do a grapple. So, would that be another strength roll?
Well,
You start off with a bite attack.
you can.
Yes.
Well, first off, roll damage for your bite.
So,
So whatever your normal attack die is, twice
And
plus
then
your modifier.
6
That's
piercing.
6. Okay.
And now strength.
Now do a strength check to try to grapple.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 19 plus 4. It's
You successfully grapple.
23. Perfect.
Yeah, you successfully grapple.
Right, guys, just so you know, he's grappled. He's semi-vulnerable. You have advantage. And then just try and, like, pierce through his heart. His undead heart with my claws in a claw attack. That will be...
Okay.
An 8 to hit. But do I have advantage because he's
You
grappled?
do have advantage because he is currently grappled, so you get advantage to attack.
Perfect. Yeah, 16.
You still you claw into his armor, but you cannot get purchase.
Oh well, guys, he's grappled.
Yeah, he's held, and Theseus. Well, I'll let Alex run him.
So, what does he have to do? He's groveling right now. Does he have to do like a saving throw to stop?
It just knocks him prone for a turn, so he would have to. I mean, if he wants to get up. Oh yeah, I guess it would be. It'd be a wisdom saving throw and then movement to get up.
Wisdom saving throw is 15.
He makes it, and so he can stand up.
All right, then he gets up.
Okay, well, and then go ahead and run Alpha.
All right. Alpha tries to take advantage of the currently grappled guy on the ground to unleash a fury of blows into him.
All right, go for it.
All right. So just double check. Just gotta make sure I get my pluses down. All right. The first attack is 23.
Jeez, yes, that hits.
All right, which deals 6 damage. The second attack is another 23,
Which also hits.
which deals 8 damage. So we're at 14 so far. And the third
I'll just-
attack
Adding as I go, but go ahead.
is a 22.
That also hits.
Alpha angry at undead.
Apparently.
5.
Okay. And
I guess I could have rolled for advantage just to see if I could get criticals, but I'm okay with those.
yeah, that you did fine.
It's no
Oh,
more,
wait.
or the final battle lasts like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could happen.
Alpha angry. Alpha smash.
Yeah, forget the finesse
Alright.
of a monk. We'll just go straight Hulk.
Right.
Just imagining he just like rushed over and just started punching him repeatedly in the head. Like, go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Well, I guess Dane's not going to use a magic attack because Castros is grappling. So I don't want to risk that. So he's going to run up and try and hit the end with his battle axe.
Alrighty.
Nat 1.
Oh God.
Alright, well, I guess you gotta nail Alpha or you nail Castros.
I'm thinking Castros is the much larger target, and is since he was trying to hit the zombie, but failed. It's gonna hit Castros.
It's prone. He has advantage. He has to get 2 nat 1s in a row.
I think
Or is it a critical fail regardless?
I think one. Just go ahead. You're right. Let's just run it like that. We'll just call it that it's a grappled creature, so you're rolling with advantage. I like that. It's a good out.
Thank you.
No, not 1 plus 0.
Yeah, so 10. 10 plus 5 is 15 to hit, so.
You do not hit.
I didn't think so, but at least it's not a bad one.
Exactly.
Grapple saved me.
Yes, it did. Thank God. Jesus. All right.
All right, back to Ray.
Alrighty, well, since that didn't work, I only have one more cool arrow left, but I guess to retrieve. Before I have to retrieve, so I'ma just use it. Hopefully it hits this time. That's 22 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Sweet. Damage. 7 damage.
All right, nice. Yeah, you bury that arrow into it, and it just pierces like probably, I don't know, somewhere vulnerable, and it sinks in deep. Ouch! Actually, more of a ugh.
An undead ouch.
Yeah, well, I couldn't think of how to do it. Okay, so it's the zombie's turn. So it's at rolling at disadvantage, so we will see what I get. That is a 16 to hit. Does that hit you, Castros?
We do not have a good AC.
Bears do not?
No, bears have like only 11 AC. It's pretty crappy.
Okay. So what you see is there's like an upward movement as it like slams its sword into you, and there's a bright flash. So first off, let me grab the right die. Okay, so that's 5, and so it hits you for 9 slashing damage, and just want to make sure I get this right, so I'm trying to read it. 11 psychic damage.
Plus the 9?
Yes.
What the heck? Okay. Jeez.
And next time you come around, you need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, that is now, so.
Oh, it is? Yeah, I guess it is. All right, so yeah, your turn. Oh, no, actually, it's not. I forgot. He gets 2 sword attacks.
God.
Sorry. And he broke free, so he's out of disadvantage. So, let's see. That is a 15 to hit. I think you said it was 11 last time, so...
Yep.
So 7...
With wild shape, it doesn't carry over, unless you get excess damage, it doesn't carry over to your actual body.
Correct. Correct.
So
his next hit hits you for 13 slashing. That's his second hit.
No psychic, just
no psychic. Just that first time.
13. Yay!
Yeah.
Bear Castros is down to 1 hit point, but he survives.
Okay, so it's your turn, and you get to make that wisdom saving throw.
Come on. That's a 7.
7? All right. So you go ahead and take your turn, but you now have disadvantage on your attack roll.
Joke's on you, I wasn't gonna attack.
Well, it says... All right, but it says on a failed save, it has you have disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and can't take reactions until the end of your next turn.
I'm gonna do a fun druid tactic that I should probably use more often.
Okay.
1 second. I just want to make sure. I'm pretty sure. I want to make sure the dice. You can use spell slots in wild shape in order to regain hit points, but I don't know where it says that. Cool. Alright, so it's 1d8 per spell slot level. I can do it as a bonus action, so 3 to it. Perfect. Okay. So first thing, as a bonus action, he will regain 2d8 hit points.
Okay.
5. That's 9. Back to 10. It's like,
And you might want to just kind of get away from it. I don't think you want to be close for its next attack.
he can still attack, and then if it's multi-attack, but he'd be able to jump away
You just already
instead
used
of
your
attacking twice.
You already used your bonus action to get your hit points back.
Multi-attack is in bonus action.
I'm just saying. I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, you
Well,
have a
it's like-
bonus action, and then your multi-attack falls under your regular action.
Like I said, I know. But it's like I said, if I revert back, unless there's only excess damage goes back to my normal form. So I might as well just attack with everything I got while I'm here.
I agree.
So, yeah. So he'll, I guess, do a similar thing, except he's going to attack with claws. He's going to come at him first with claws, and then try to bite and grapple him again. Just because
Okay.
grappling is very useful. I think we'll be screwed if I don't. So, claw attack first. 11. That doesn't hit.
Nope.
And for the bite... Bite is a 20. Not a nat 20, but a 20.
Yeah, dirty 20 hits.
Alright, damage is
7.
11. And for a strength check,
Yeah, try and grapple. All right.
strength check is 13.
Okay, I rolled an 18 plus 21.
Grapple does not happen.
No, he is able to, he takes the damage, but he's able to push you off.
So Theseus next, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think Theseus is going to try and cure wounds on our bloodied bear.
Okay.
Get a little more life back into that beast. And was it 1d6? Let's double check. 1d8 plus spellcasting modifier. So Theseus summons up 14 hit points for a bear.
Jeez.
Imagining Theseus walking over this giant bear and just like touching its back and suddenly giving it 14. No, very helpful.
He doesn't even have to
Theseus.
walk up to you. It's cure wounds. It can be done from afar. Lay on hands is the physical contact one.
No, I thought wounds you have to be touching. One sec, I have it written down. Yeah, cure wounds range
it
is touch.
Yeah, creature touch. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just imagining him walking over
So,
to
yeah, he runs
this
up
bear,
and
like-
slaps the bear in the back for a healing hearty back slap, back pat.
Come on, bear, you got this! Get back in there! Alright.
Awesome. I like it. Well, Alpha, it's you.
All right. Alpha continues his punchy punch.
Punchy punch. All right.
I'm just gonna roll the attack dice first,
Yeah.
just to
Yeah, go
make it
ahead and
smooth.
blow
All right.
through all of them.
So I've got 2 more key I can use after this. So that's 20,
Yes.
14, and 20.
No, yes. You have 2 hits.
All right. So that's a punch of 7 and 7.
Okay.
So actually 14 power punches.
Yep. That's
Come on,
pretty
guys! Don't make Alpha do all the hard punching.
good. Well, Dane's hitting with his axe.
Yeah, I haven't done anything though. I keep missing. This appears to be my episode for my day for rolling
Well,
really bad.
let's see how you do.
What's that? 14, 19, 33 so far. Dang.
Anyway. Dane, it is your turn.
So he's going to take another swing with his axe. There we go. Okay, so hold on a sec. Plus 17 plus 5. That's 22 to hit.
You hit.
All right. That is 10 damage. And
Woo!
can he use an action surge to summon Kashak Barn? Can he use
Oh,
an action surge?
action
to
surge. Sure. I don't. Yes. Go for it.
You're gonna bring out the crazy kobold sorcerer.
Yes. So he gets a swing in, he connects, and then he quickly just kind of drops his axe and reaches inside his jerkin and rubs the gem real quick and brings out Kashak Barn.
That's just such a weird series of, like, in my mind, such a weird series of actions. But okay, so
Yes.
that happens, and all of a sudden, you see this angry little man appear, and what? What do you want?
All right, so I point at the zombie and I say, "Help us kill the zombie!"
Okay, he looks over at it and goes, "Oh, hey, old man, you're looking, well, worse for the wear. Good to see
So can I have? Does he have to roll for initiative, or is he going to?
Yeah, let's roll him for initiative
here. Okay. So he actually gets a 16.
All right. Well, I will put him in right here, and I'll have Ray go.
Alrighty, well, I'm out of good arrows, so I guess I'll just shoot him with a regular arrow. That's 15 to hit.
It does not hit.
Yeah, I figured it.
Didn't you take a boost or something?
Take a boost?
Like, didn't you take some extra skill for archery?
Yeah, but I'm already adding it into my rolls.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yeah, I did, but I'm just not rolling well at all.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I guess go ahead with Kashak.
All right, so Kashak looks at the zombie and he decides to cast Witch Bolt, since that's about the most surgical strike in his repertoire. Most of his other things are big, huge area spells. So he's going to cast Witch Bolt. Oh god. So that is a 5.
5?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
that's
rolled
not
a
going to do
3.
anything.
That just kind of goes poof. And he's like, must be out of practice.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't do anything. He probably makes a little big dance of it, and just it flops. Fails miserably. All right, it's our friendly zombies' turn. So I guess now everyone is basically up close except for Ray, who is hanging out at the back. And I guess it's time that he starts spinning around and hitting other people. Even though there was a bear holding him last time, so it made sense. But now he's been hit from multiple sides. So I think he'll do a swing to the left and hit Alpha before he does a swing to the right. So let's see. That is a nat 1. Never mind. That was horrible.
Face.
Yeah, critical fail.
Well, I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that. You know what? Let me just roll something real quick and see what I get. I think he throws his weapon.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that makes the most sense. He just goes and it slips and flying out of his hand. And we'll just say Alpha dodges
He doesn't really have
it.
much flesh to grip onto it, so yeah, it just swung too hard.
Yeah, so at that, he's just like, huh? And it goes flying. So then I guess it will turn around and try to use both hands to grab Dane with a bludgeoning attack, like try and basically hit him with his fists and hold on. That is a, where is it? 17 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, well, he missed completely then. And that's it. So it goes to Kasros.
It's a bear boy. Alright. So, he's been rejuvenated. He has the hit points. He has the power! So yeah,
To face the
once
future.
again, he's gonna start with the bite grapple again. I'm just gonna keep trying to grapple, because why not?
Yeah, you're a bear. It makes sense.
Yeah. Just try to hold him down with brute force. So that bite is 22.
Jeez, yeah, that sinks in deep.
The bites are landing. The claws are not. The poisoned claws are not. Alright. That's only 5 piercing damage, but let me roll for the grapple. Yeah, it's a 22 for the grapple.
Okay, well, he fails. He gets a 13.
He is grappled, everybody. Once again, I'm just imagining, Kasros in bear form, biting down on his shoulder and just, holding him there, I guess. I don't know. Alright, and then claw attack, which never seems to hit, even though that has the poison bonus on it. Oh, nice. 24 to hit.
Yeah. Well, did you do damage? You didn't give me damage for your bite.
5.
5? Okay. So then, no, you're 24 to hit. Go ahead and give me damage for that as well.
And the added 1d6 poison, correct?
You sink your... Well, give me the base damage, the slash... I need it separated, because there's slashing damage and poison damage, which are separate, because they affect them differently.
Okay. It's 11 for the slashing.
Okay.
And for poison, it's 3.
Okay, noted.
Good that time. He's gonna have to scrub out the taste of rotting flesh after this is done.
Oh, yeah.
Hell,
Definitely.
It's
All right.
probably stewed right out by now. It's like beef jerky.
There you go. Maybe it tastes good.
Quite possibly, though no salt, so probably not so much. Anyway, Theseus, go ahead.
Theseus makes a move to go pick up his sword.
Oh, excellent. So he can move and take an action to pick up the sword.
Yep, he now has his sword back. Thank you, generous zombie.
He has the zombie sword.
Oh, it's not his sword? Fine.
That's not... No, because remember the legend was Theseus' sword was thrown into the sea?
Ah, right. Well, he has zombie sword.
Cool.
Unarmed and grappled, and is ready to be...
It's gotta be better than, the rusty dagger or whatever he was using before.
Oh, definitely. Alright, Alpha, you want to continue punching?
Alright. Alpha continues his relentless assault. As long as he has ki to do it. Which he's almost out of. And that's 23, 24, and 21.
All those hit.
Alright, for 8, 6, and 7 damage.
8, 6, and 7. Alright.
Very good.
That... Yeah, you pretty well pummel him, especially considering that you could have had advantage on those rolls too, but, because he's held in place. So basically, Kasros is holding him there like a punching bag, and you're just rhythming him, just boom.
Perfect. Teamwork.
And you realize, Dane, when you grab your axe and you go to hit, and you realize that he's limp and motionless.
Alpha has broken every single bone in the zombie's body.
Chop it off. Guillotine. Execution.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess
He deals 20 damage to me in one turn.
So I guess you just got to double tap. So he's, Dane's gonna double tap.
Okay, go for it.
So. Oh Jesus Christ.
Advantage.
Oh, thank God! I keep forgetting about the advantage.
Like,
That first roll was crap.
Okay.
The second roll is crap. So that's be it. 10 to hit on a defenseless.
Yeah. Well, the thing. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you really didn't have to roll to hit. You could just go up and hit him. I mean, he's not gonna. You could just hit him.
Okay. All right. Well, thank God, because otherwise it was gonna be a miss. So, do I roll for damage, or do we just say that Dane applied the coup de grace and chopped his head off?
You can just chop his head off. That's perfectly fine. I mean, you've got the bear holding him in perfectly still, like a guillotine. Like he's strapped to the guillotine, except it's bear bite. And
so perfect. So Dane notices the zombie is motionless. He draws back, and like a guillotine during the French Revolution, he brings his axe down like a thunderbolt and severs the zombie's head.
Awesome. I wish we had a mage to cast lightning right there. Yeah. Thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening.
Well, I mean, Kachak Varn could cast lightning, but the problem is Kachak Varn's lightning bolt is 100 feet long and 5 feet wide, so I don't think we want to do that.
Can't we just have a
Probably
D&D?
Speaking of Kashak, he wobbles over. Oh, old friend. Sorry you lost your head.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So what next?
Castros will let go of Theseus's body and use his king's smell to search the corpse. Like any gold or any other valuables, like he'll sniff around the corpse in the casket.
Well, gold's inert, so you're not going to smell it. But the I mean, you smell that. I mean, it's a desiccated corpse that's headless now, wearing a very nice suit of armor.
Nothing of real, like, I guess, just looking around, is there any, like, gemstones or gold or anything valuable whatsoever other than the armor and swords, I guess?
I mean, there were some burial offerings, some very old golden coins. They have no trade value as stamped, but as raw metal, they have some value.
Doubloons!
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, man. Castros will give, like, a size of bear and just kind of sit down. Like,
Look his wounds.
yeah. Well, he's not that bad. Theseus helped a bit with that, so he'll just chill for a bit and wait for the party to get ready to go. Like Alpha is free to grab the old coins. That probably serve him well.
He doesn't care about money.
Well, but it's the raw metal. They're not worth.
But gold is highly malleable, not very useful in most, applications.
Anything. Dane, you grab the coins.
Dane will grab the coins.
Yeah. One of you guys should take it.
So we got to finance this quest somehow.
Well, they're not worth anything.
Yeah,
it's just a metal.
Melt them down. Gold medal still or something.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean, there's still value in the raw ore of metal. It's just, as it is, it's not... You can't just go and, walk into a shop and spend it because it's so old.
Yeah. You gotta go to a smithy or somebody who's gonna be willing to barter for it.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, you guys feel free to search around a bit more, but Cassius will just kind of sit and wait until you guys are done, assuming you guys will take the armor off the corpse.
Yes, so what is Theseus gonna do?
He walks in and starts stripping down stripping the armor off, and it takes a few minutes. Usually, so heavy armor is like 10 minutes. This is not heavy, so we'll say it takes him a good, maybe 5 minutes to strip all of the armor off, and then he looks very happy and he puts it back on himself.
Cool. So does he give? So what? Are there any special stats or anything special about the armor that Theseus? Just
yes, Alex has all of those. I sent him the character sheet so he could play them.
Well, I mean, this one doesn't really have any of the armor stuff.
Oh,
to it.
Sorry. It's there. But just it's already all added into his sheet.
Okay.
I just don't have it written out in that. Sorry. It's what I did was when I had to come up with all the stuff for Theseus, I wrote up his final character and then stripped stuff off. So the basic sheets that are fully stripped down don't have all the details, but it's added into the character sheet. Basically like Mithril. Yeah, it's really good armor. It's like super lightweight, super good, all that stuff.
Cool. Dane looks at the armor enviously.
Was made for an elven prince.
But it didn't cover his feet.
No, it does not cover his feet. It's definitely his Theseus's heel. Okay, cool. So, what now?
Well, you guys lead the way, Castros. We'll just follow, I guess, as a bear. Unless we're leaving this place, then going back into society, then you should probably become semi-normal again. Yeah, I say we get out of this labyrinth. If we can. Is there any way out of it other than the way we came in?
Well, who knows for sure. There's the entire path that you know well to get in. You are in a place where there's, remember you walked into the room, there's the collapsed ceiling that it came down, so you could climb back up into the second level from there. Or there is some other weird oddities around the room. It looks like one of those familiar little dais things in the corner. There's the old shredded tapestry. There's some things.
Well, let's investigate the room. All right, so Dane's gonna roll for investigation.
Cool.
14.
You look around the room and you do recognize in the far corner one of those little familiar dais things with the seat that would fit one of those little homunculi.
All right, cool. Who has all those?
I know Castro still has them on him, but since he's a bear, it all merged into his body. So
it's inside the bear. Reach down its throat.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, that's all right. Wait until Castro.
The bear just starts going, pukes up a homunculi.
It's magic.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
I'm afraid we're going to have to wait until Castros turns
Cassius.
back again.
Alright. Well, nobody else kept their homunculi on them.
It was a long time ago. I don't remember.
Castros doesn't carry much, so he figured he'd keep them with him. Oh yeah, he still has that mask too, but the fact that he can't always take off if he wants to has become a problem. So he's it's just a little memento. Oh yeah, and he still has the Minotaur bone with him. Alright. So I guess he'll just sniff at the dais and just kind of look at the party like, What does the tapestry look like? The horn tapestry.
The best way I could describe it is it looks like almost like the old style, when you go into see the Egyptian tombs that are telling the story of I'm trying to think of like a great battle.
Okay. Hieroglyphs depicting a battle scene?
Yeah, basically it looks like Theseus, you recognize him in a full suit of armor with his sword in hand and like what looks like a giant hound at his side. You know, basically like him being very kingly and hero-y and striking down all sorts of monstrous beasts all around him.
Okay. Excellent.
Alpha just looks to it and says, "Fascinating. Craftsmanship on this tapestry has held up very well over the years."
Well, you can't tell. And there's some tattered areas around the edge, so you can only get like kind of what he's doing, but the rest of it off to the side does not look so good. And yes, it is surprisingly good quality and has lasted for like 1,000 years, probably because the environment is cool and dry, no sunlight, you know, all those things. Like when they find some piece of medieval fabric in the bottom of oubliette or something like that.
But there's no obvious door.
No, we just gotta wait for you to turn back.
This is your benevolent GM, and this is an ad break. Instead of our normal ad on repeat, I'm hoping this week our friends and listeners and their friends can join us in helping us support Free Fridge Salem. The capital of Oregon has been setting records in triple-digit temperatures, creating life-threatening conditions for houseless people and people without air conditioning. So we've been trying to set up hydration and cooling stations, doing things like handing out cold drinks for anyone that needs them. But the city, and specifically the local police, have been destroying the stations and pouring out and contaminating the potable water supply. So if you have the ability to help, Free Fridge Salem is accepting donations through Venmo at Free Fridge Salem. Again, that's through Venmo at Free Fridge Salem. Thank you for all you can do.
You can you turn back? Or
yeah, he can turn back on his own, but it would be a waste of the wild shape.
Well, then we're just gonna sit around and wait until he gets bored.
Well, why don't you guys look around the room, see if there's a hidden door?
Dance number or something. Like, it's just the bare necessities.
Can you imagine Castor?
You probably would too.
Now he'll just like wait and look at you guys like, now what? Like, I'm silly. Like, wait, like, so no secret door anywhere?
No, there is no secret door anywhere. Just the
like the rest of the party's like looking at like Bear Castros like expectantly yell. He'll finally like give like a bear sigh and transform back.
Okay.
Jeremy back from Ray, because I believe at the end of our last session he handed Jeremy to Ray because that's where he would be safe. Oh yeah, he also handed the poison to Ray, so he'll take that back too. Alrighty, here you go. Cool. He takes that back and reach into his bag and pull out one of the homunculi statues and put it on the dais.
Okay. As you do that, there is a bright flash through the room, and you find yourself in a small square room. Unlike your previous time using that, which put you in a same size room, this one is shrunk down by about 20 feet in each direction. Remember, the last room you were in was big, like big. And let's see, I believe, Castros, you will recognize this room as you were the only one that actually has seen it before. There is a passageway that goes to the north and a passageway to the east, and this is the room you had wandered into after talking to your troll friend a while ago.
Friend? You mean Charlie?
Yeah, whatever.
You mean Charlie?
Whatever you named him.
The thing that was... Yay, Charlie. Okay, so yeah, so I know where we are. Alright, he'll go back out, I believe... Yeah. He'll go back out the way he knows leads to the main hallway, and then the stairs should be pretty close by, right?
Correct. So you go to the north, and then you turn to the east, and you see that up ahead of you, that glyph on the floor that caused all the damage before.
The glyph. It exploded. Perfect. Alright. Just to be sure, he'll toss, like, one of the other homunculi, like, onto the glyph and see if it triggers it.
It does not trigger it.
Okay, cool. How big is the glyph?
Oh, it's good sized. It's like 8 feet diameter.
But when we were calculating our jumps last time, that is enough for Castros to jump across with a 10-foot range surge. So he'll just jump over to be safe.
Yeah, you'll have to like push off the north wall and land in the south corridor because this at the glyph is where it tees north-south, and you know that the stairway out is to the south.
It didn't seem to trigger. Maybe it only like resets every 24 hours or something. Well, maybe it's been more than 24 hours since we last triggered it. He'll like pair on like a tentative footstep on it, but like be prepared to jump away.
Okay. It doesn't do anything.
Alright, let's go. So he'll just walk across and go up the stairs up to the
it appears to be
entrance
fine.
back. Yep.
Alright, rest of us to follow.
He'll like
right.
carefully peer out. There could be guards around. And we don't want to get caught, I guess, because we're not supposed to be in here.
So you make it up, you kind of slide the door open. Roll a stealth check.
9.
Oh yeah, the door does the classic. As you push it open, basically anyone that was around would hear that squeak.
Is there anyone around?
There doesn't appear to be. No one came running.
Cool. All right, let's sneak out, guys. Back out the back way that we entered.
Well, you poke your head through and you look around, and there's activity, but there's no one standing guard. It appears to be, evening, like early evening, and there's just a lot of activity, but everything seems okay.
Back into the rest of the party and link off to the door they entered through.
Perfect. So you guys make it back to the courtyard, and you're kind of standing there. You know you're really not supposed to be there. You're inside the main area. You've got, you're dirty. Obviously, you just went through 3 levels of this, rough burial vaults, and you've got a former king with you who's now in his kingly armor. I guess, I don't know, would he have put it on under his alpha robes? So there's like 2 Gondian monks standing there. One just happens to have armor on under his robes. And the other one's naked.
Well, I'm thinking if he was changing out his armor, then probably return the robes to Alpha, so Alpha doesn't look quite so out of place. Like, the robes are more functional just to make him not look so alien in the world.
Okay, so, alright. So you've got your robes on, and he's got his armor on. So now you've got an armored former king walking out of the burial vault.
Oh, that won't make us look weird or suspicious at all. So Cass also still has that, the book with the dragon from the wind room in his pack.
Yes.
I believe it was Murden. Murden was the name of the person who wrote it, or at least the name mentioned. So he's gonna go off to like the nearest. He'll let the party know, hey, I think we should rest before we do anything else. I'm gonna go do some research, and he's gonna go run off and try to figure out if he can find a way to decode the book of Dragons.
And it was, it's more like Myrddin. So it's Myrddin. So Myrddin.
Myrddin.
Yeah.
So he'll let the party know, hey, I think we should rest for like a couple days, regroup, that kind of thing. Let Theseus maybe practice a bit, Like, as he's saying this, he's, like, slowly backing away, like, anyways, you guys rest for a few days, I'll be nearby, and he'll, like, run off to, like, this, like, knowledge institution / library.
Okay. So, if you're gonna go do that, and you're taking off, before we resolve that, let's find out what everyone else is gonna do. Assuming there's a plan.
Dane has shopping to do. He's gonna, first off, he's going to banish Kashakvarn back into the gemstone.
Oh yeah, I just assumed you had already done that.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure what I was going to end up running into. So yeah, he's going to banish him back. He's got spell components he has to get.
Right on. Okay. So you're gonna go to the market.
Ray will follow Dane because she's got no other plans.
All right. So Ray and Dane are going to the market. Alpha, what are you up to?
Finding the best way to spread the word of Gond, of course.
Ah, yes. Probably going to one of the temples, to help with the activities. There's usually heroes that come in that need healing, and it's the time they get, you can proselytize while they're having their curses lifted and wounds cured and all those things.
I can't decide if he'd rather go to a temple or go to the blacksmitheries and try to preach to the blacksmiths.
That actually would make sense for him, yeah. Although if you're at the smithery, aren't you already basically preaching to the choir?
Hard to say. Maybe some people are not true believers. But you could also preach to every customer that comes by the smithies.
True.
Alright, also another thing. I think Castors might try to drag Theseus along with him because so that Theseus can translate.
Okay, so
Theseus can't read Elfish.
That makes sense. All right, you're like, Theseus, come with me. We have to find out about your sword. And he's like, oh, yes, of course.
Perfect. Let's go.
All right, so let's take care of that first, and then we'll go back to the market. So, you guys go walking down to, what was it? You were heading to the library, you said? Or something like that?
Library, college institution. Somewhere where there would probably be a lot of books.
Okay. This is the capital, so there is a giant carved library that ascends up the center of the island. It's basically it literally says center of knowledge in, one of the archaic things that you can't read. But Theseus points out as he's walking by, and he's like, oh, look, center of knowledge. And you guys walk inside, and there's what would it be? Probably a kind of a long-nosed, let's just say like some type of I know. You see a somewhat out of place, but an Aarakocra, a bird person, is sitting there with glasses on, reading a manuscript at the entrance as you walk in.
Just will actually ask for directions because he doesn't trust anybody else with this information. Like what if Mirrodin is actually a well-known thing and everybody's gonna know exactly what he's looking for and want in on it? Huh? He's gonna be cautious and basically, I guess he'd be looking for either Elvish texts in history or decoding things like codes, like a list of ancient codes. So he might ask for that. He won't mention anything specific, but he might ask said bird person, hey, do you happen to have books on codes throughout the ages?
Codes? What? I mean, what are you looking for? Codes? I can send you to sea transport if you want semaphore. I can send you to the Morris section for if you want those Morris codes. I can send you to ciphers if you're looking for ciphers. What do you want? I need more information.
Probably the closest. So, take me to cipher section, please.
Ciphers. Well, I don't leave here, but hold on one second. And it turns around and you see this just giant Rolodex, 3 feet tall, and it flips through it and the cards go flying by. And then it stops on one. It's like, yes, okay, right here. Floor 3, section 6, row 7.
Alright, floor 3, section 6, row 7. Thank you. Is there a staircase somewhere?
It points a winged feather to the back, and you see 2 giant spiral staircases that go up into this just glorious giant library.
bird person, and he'll run off to the staircase, dragging Theseus behind him.
Well, Theseus is just in awe. He's looking around and he's just like, geez, this was so tiny when I was here last.
I need some translations done.
All right, you make your way up. You finally
How can so many people read these days?
Well, there's been a good education program in the kingdom. Also, you are in the capital, which is like the place where they collect the knowledge of the entire empire.
Yeah.
Think of like the Library of Alexandria, where if you came into port, whatever manuscript you had, they checked to see if they already had it, and if they did, they'd let you go, and if they didn't, they would immediately copy it.
So he'll probably take the very long, treacherous climb up to floor 3, section 6, row 7.
Yep. And you see stretched out before you a huge rack of all sorts of codes and codexes that are used throughout history.
Oh, might be here a while. Jeremy, help me look.
Okay, you say this to Jeremy, and what do? Start walking? Because, I mean, he's just chilling on you.
Jeremy has... I'm trying to think, because Jeremy has, like, the super, super high perception. So maybe he just knows, like, in his soul. We can try that. Sure, why not test Jeremy's omniscient abilities. Just, like, walk slowly down the aisle and kind of scan the books himself, but, like, see if Jeremy makes any movements. Castros trusts Jeremy with his life.
Alright. Yeah, you walk back and forth, and as you get to a relatively old section, all of a sudden you feel Jeremy like curl and shiver a bit.
Shiver. That means like bad energy. Maybe that's what we want.
That might be what you want.
Alright. So he'll like be careful not to disturb Jeremy, but like kind of test and see where he's acting like that the most and try to pinpoint.
You held him in front of you like a crystal ball, moving him like a figure 8, and when you get to a certain point, yeah, you hone in, and there is just ancient tome. It looks so old and obviously has not been touched in a very long time.
And pat Jeremy on his thanks as he returns him to his shoulder.
Awesome.
So he'll probably dust it off and kind of examine it a bit, maybe flip open to the first page, see if he can read it, or if it's an Elfish. If it's an Elfish, that's probably a good sign.
You flip it open and you remember that you can't read, but
right. Castros can read. That raise the illiterate one. Castros knows 4 languages and can read just fine.
That's right. I'm sorry, I forgot. I've been having way too much fun with that trope. Anyway, yes, you flip it open and you actually see notes in like common scribbled in the margins. There's all sorts of print in Elfish, and this appears to be some type of a ciphertext.
Scanning it for the name Mirrodin.
You get... Well, here, roll me an investigation.
That's an 8.
You do not find it.
I'll keep flipping through it, though. He'll go back and forth, and so it's... he might ask Theseus.
Theseus looks over, and let's see. I'm going to have him roll he rolls a perception check over it, and he feels something is off. And he looks at it, and he says, "This doesn't look right." He grabs the book and flips it around, like almost upside down, and flips it open, and then looks at it and goes, "Aha! I believe this will meet up with your book now. May I have it?"
He'll hand over the book.
Okay, he takes the book you had and he lines it up, and he finds that when this book is upside down compared to the book that you found, it makes basically whole elven words upright.
Huh. Interesting. Alright. Is there any, like, pieces of paper or, like, parchment and a quill anywhere around here, nearby? Castros wants to, like, write down whatever Theseus translates.
You look around and, well, I don't know. Let's see. Do a search. What would that be? You're investigating? Or maybe perception. You could do either one.
I believe they're the same, so... No, perception's better. We'll do perception. Doesn't matter, that's a nat 1 anyways. Jeez.
Then, nope, you find nothing. I'm sorry.
Hey, I guess he was just too preoccupied with what the book said. He wasn't really thinking about...
Going, wow, that's amazing. This means nothing to me.
Yep.
Alright, so he'll ask Theseus to read the book for him. As he, like, I'm imagining Castros just, like, immediately, like, finds, like, a table somewhere if there are any, just sits down and is, like, very intrigued.
Right, he starts reading, and basically the first couple pages are just kind of like warnings, and this is owned by, and a brief history of the world, you know, things that you kind of know just from the legends of, you know, how the world came to be and yada yada yada. And then he starts looking through and seeing that there are incantations with descriptions, and basically says, oh, I believe this is a spell book.
Ooh, so maybe Dane might find use in this as well. Alright. Well, you don't have to read the incantations, but can you read me what the spells do?
Well, let's see. This one is some type of sleep spell with conditions on it. This one makes people obey. This one conjures lightning to attack. This one's a summoning spell. Huh. There's one that says it's some type of summoning of creature, and the other one seems to summon a boat. That's odd. And he flips through. Huh. A rain of fiery arrows. Protective illusion. That's handy. Redirection of spells. Huh. A halt that stops someone. Ooh. Here's a fun one. We could use this to... this is a fun one to play with Castros on. It reverts someone back from a wild shape to their human form. Or tiefling form, as it may be.
You know you're talking to Castros.
Yes, he was just... It's Theseus, so he just mumbles as he's talking. And then he looks up and realizes he's talking to you. He's like, oh, but, you know, I would never do that.
Castros doesn't really care. He's just like, alright, like... what about the dragons? Flip to the part with the dragon pictures.
Oh, dragon picture, da-da-da-da. He flips through, and he says, oh, well, interesting. This section actually is about me. Apparently, I was prophesized to rise again and fight alongside great heroes. Huh. I wonder if we'll ever meet them. That's weird.
Okay. Castros is like, yeah, weird. But anything about actual dragons, or is there just a fun drawing of a dragon to try and grab the readers' attention?
Oh, no, he says that... no, he says, we will have to face this dragon at some point. Apparently this is part of our upcoming quest. It's prophesized.
Face it, we don't get to go off and find it and befriend it.
Well...
So you think it's an old one, then?
Some of these words are confusing, but I'm not sure if it's a friend or an enemy. And he points down, and you see this word right here, depending how it's conjugated, it can mean to fight with someone as in to do battle against them, or fight with someone as to use them as a weapon.
You can hope it's the fight with as in together, happily. 'Cause I don't want to fight a dragon. I don't think I could bring myself to do it. if it came down to it.
Well, no, if I'm reading this correctly and we conjugate it in that form, that would mean that we actually use the dragon as a weapon in battle. Like swinging around like a flail.
Dragon
This
sword,
is the best.
go!
Oh yeah! There are dragons in the corridors. There are dragon heads in the castle basement. There are dragon heads in Ablosos temple. The dragon is important. Cool. Thank you, Theseus. Feel free to read everything else about the prophecy, but that was all I wanted to know. We'll give this to Dane later. Maybe you can teach him Elfish or something.
Well, he does say he's having a very hard time reading it because even with the cipher, it's a very old Elfish that hasn't really been used, so it's very archaic. It's hard for him to, keep up with it. So it's kind of like, what's a good example? Like when the Emperor Julian was trying to make the accounting of all Roman law, and he was trying to read stuff that was 1,000 years old. It's still Latin technically, but wow, it's different.
Got it. All right. Well, Castros will be patient for a tiny bit, then let Theseus read more if he wants to. But
he keeps reading, and he does his best.
Yeah.
He does his best, and then he says, well, I mean, I could spend probably a lifetime studying this, but we don't really have that time. I would recommend hanging on to it, especially with this this weird signature here of Meriden at the top. It doesn't seem right, because it also, if you flip it around, it looks like it says Arcanorum on it, but I'm not sure.
Trained this without the library book anyways, huh? Can you check out?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure you could, or you could just steal it.
Just gives a knowing look, I guess, to Theseus, like, you're good, alright. I feel like Castros, he does not really care about societal norms, so yeah, he'll just, look around, and he's like, nobody will miss it, and slip it into his bag along with the other book.
Alrighty. Well, there's no one around. There's no one around to see you, so I don't see a problem with that.
Cool. Alright, Theseus, let's go. Get you trained up for battle, I guess. Why don't you do that? You help me with this, I'll help you with another thing, I'll help you not be as rusty.
Well, if I had everything restored to me, I'm sure I could do much better. You guys need to find my sword.
Yes, but for now, we will need at least a tiny bit of help with some of these upcoming foes, so if you could learn to use the sword you have currently, that'd be great.
Yeah, or you could buy me something better than this old piece of crap.
The zombie sword?
Yeah.
Fair.
Well, I don't have much on me, but sure, let's go to the market where Dane and Ray are, and we'll see if we can't find you something, Theseus.
There's no way we can afford a good sword like that.
Just look for the blacksmithery that everyone's trying to avoid because it has a strange warforge posted outside proselytizing the will of Gond.
Alright, well, while they're making their way there, let's really quick check in on Dane and Ray, who are heading to the market. So, what are you guys looking for?
Okay, so the first thing Dane's going to do, he's going to visit a fairly prosperous looking smithy, and he's going to try to trade some of those old coins from the graveyard for a little bit of powdered silver and some powdered iron.
Okay, you find a smith in the background, in the distance. You hear, "Come one, come all, and hear the glory of Gond in all of his greatness." And you're like, "Ah, crap, Alpha's already here." But you do find him, and the guy's just kind of rubbing his head, like, "Yeah, what do you got? Raw gold? Yeah, sure, I'll deal with you. What do you need?"
So I need a packet of powdered silver and a packet of powdered iron.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem. Here, I got some floor sweepings around.
Perfect.
Kind of walks to the back. Boy, get up here! He calls his assistant, comes running up and smacks the guy over the head. You can tell it's not actually a young man, but a rather weathered, mid-30s guy with a brand on him, and apparently probably a slave. Like, yes, sir, what? And he gets told to go collect a pouch of these things, and runs off for a few minutes, and the blacksmith leans over like, guy is so easy to please. You'd think that his very life depended on what I'm doing here, but geez, he's annoying. Constantly going on. I never thought I'd hear someone as crazy talking about, the Gandhian god, but now I got this other wacko out there, the monk. It's crazy. Anyway, here's your pouches. You see the guy come running up, and the blacksmith saw him out of the corner of his eye, and he runs over to you and says, Here. The blacksmith says, well, this isn't really going to cost you hardly anything, but just give me like a pinch or two of that. We'll call it even. I mean, you're basically just taking my trash away.
Sounds good. We'll do.
So
I do. I give him a
lump of coin or something.
Yeah, exactly. All right, perfect. And then I'm going to ask him. So, sir, is there like a mage's college around here, or some kind of a wizard's place where people kind of practice?
Yeah. If you want to go deal with them, whatever the heck their name is, Shadow and whatever. They're around the corner. You head down the street here. You'll see the big statue. Take a left. Go up there. You'll see him. You can't miss him. There's the guy holding like an orb in his hand out front. Easy to spot.
All right, cool. I thank him and take my leave and head on over to the places.
Awesome. So yeah, you saunter on over there, and you find basically what you call, I guess, the Mage's College. It's a kind of roughly hewn at the base, but gets finer as it rises up. Rounded columns, stone carved. Looks like Petra a bit. Very fine work going in. Nice rock face.
Yeah. Very nice. So is this like Petra? Is this carved into mountain face?
Yes. So basically everything here is carved into the central volcano. You can see on the ground, basically the lower level where you're doing most of your walking around. Think of like Minas Tirith, how everything goes up.
Yes.
But in this case, it was all carved into a volcano. So, and it gets more fine over time. So the stuff at the lowest level is the most large and rough, and it gets finer and nicer as you rise to the top. And the Emperor's Palace is at the very peak.
Dane's only real interest is he's trying to see if there's been any trees or shrubbery that has been scarred by lightning or struck by lightning from some student practicing their lightning.
So you kind of wander in and you get spotted. There's various mages, learned men wandering around, and you ask that of one of them, and he kind of says, "Oh, yes, I believe there is some practice being done out in the upper courtyard," and he can show you there, and he takes you up kind of a curving flight of stairs to an area where you see a classroom of one mage instructing five others, and they're all throwing lightning bolts at, how about a shrubbery? Yeah, just for fun.
Is it a nice shrubbery?
It is a very nice shrubbery, and in fact, the guy comments is, yes, here target practice is being done. This was donated to us from the local chapter of the Knights of Knee.
I love it. All right, excellent. So I'm going to wait until they're done practicing, and then I'm going to, Dane's going to collect some twigs from this poor shrubbery that has been struck by lightning.
Oh yeah, it's just blown to pieces. I mean, your twigs look like toothpicks.
Perfect. I'm going to gather up a couple different handfuls of them and shove them into a pouch.
Awesome. And the guy looks at you and he's like, so, you looking to do some spell work yourself? You know, we have lessons here if you're interested in joining.
Sorry, I'm on a quest of utmost importance, but otherwise I would be very interested, but I cannot spare the time right now.
We understand quests of importance, and he raises his hand. Jake, Elwood, come here. And two guys come up in black robes and
sunglasses.
And they say, "Yeah, yes, sir. Yes. What's going on?" He says, "Oh, I'd like you to meet Dane here. See, Dane, these two are also here. They're on a mission from God."
Which one?
Paylor.
Paylor. What is your mission there, Elwood?
Well, over on well, you know Idutan. There's an orphanage there that's well, they're basically out of funds, and we're going adventuring. They wouldn't let us in the Adventurers Guild. We didn't quite make the cut, but we figure we can do it, and we're gonna get some money, and we're gonna save them.
Say, excellent. Well, tell you what I do is here. Tell you what, I'm gonna give you a couple of these really old coins I found in a crypt. Maybe you can find a collector that would be interested in paying top dollar.
Well, they both look at each other, and then they look back and they say, "Awesome, thank you." And they say, "Well, excuse us, sir. We're off to get some lunch." And the instructor goes, "Oh, really? That sounds great. What are you having?" And the one says, "Just toast, dry." And the other one says, "I'm feeling a little peckish. I'm thinking 4 whole fried chickens and a Coke." And then they walk off.
All right, sounds good. Cool. All right, well, I say, well, thank you, sir. I shall take your leave. I have to go somewhere else for yet another spell component.
He's like, "Oh, okay. Well, you know, you're welcome in our ranks. Obviously, you have the magical talent, and we're always looking to, you know, bring more into the fold."
All right. Well, I may be back.
Okay. Well, yeah. Careful. Watch your step on going back down. I mean, those are defensive stairs, so be cautious. He wanders off like around a corner and into some like garden area.
Perfect. All right, so I very carefully traverse the stairs and try to find a local temple.
Just what do you mean by a local temple? Just like
I need some holy water.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could get holy quelching water from one of the, like, you know, devout Gondians. Although I guess it might be oil.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because I need holy water for a spell component.
Why not a nature god temple then?
It does, yeah. Whatever the closest temple is where I can get holy water. Doesn't really matter.
Well, you see as you're walking out the front door, a stout-looking dwarven woman in a skin-tight leather outfit walking up into the college that you were just exiting out of. And She catches your eye, not used to seeing another dwarf here, and sees you're leaving, and say, "Hey, where are you heading?"
I am heading to the nearest temple.
Oh, well, there's a lot in this town. Probably the nearest one would be, right down there, about a block and a half. Take a little loop around the corner.
Cool.
So,
And-
you're going to be coming here often?
I wish I could, but I'm on a quest of the utmost importance. What brings you here?
Oh, I am studying here. I am Yennefer of the Mountain Dwarves.
Oh, it's nice to meet you, Yennefer. Are you studying to be a wizard or a sorcerer or what?
Oh, the magic comes naturally to me, but I find study makes me far more powerful.
Well, congratulations, and my compliments on your beard. It's filling in very nicely.
Yes, thank you. I actually, I was born with alopecia, but the magics, they allowed this to grow in.
Well, it's lovely. All right. Cool.
She definitely turns a little red.
Congrats, Dane. You made her blush. Now can we get a move on?
All right, Yennefer. I hope to see you around.
Oh, likewise. So you walk down and you turn and you're like, oh, it's a... let's see. It's a temple to Talona. You see 3 teardrops on a triangle, and you realize this is probably not a good place to go, even though it is the closest temple, and technically they would make their version of holy water, which is probably not water you'd want to touch.
Okay, good to know. All right, off to the next temple then.
Okay, you not far along because you're just kind of in this district. You find the larger temple to Talos, and you recognize it for its 3 lightning bolts radiating out of a central point.
Okay.
Talos.
Yep. So I wander on in and see if I can't put some holy water in a flask.
All right. First you get greeted by one of the. What would it be? A paladin or a cleric or whoever is attending?
Okay.
And they. Oh, greetings. Are you interested in learning the word of Talos, Lord of the Storm?
Say, greetings. I am Dane Stonemaster, an Eldritch Knight, and no, I'm just here to get some holy water.
Holy water? And you are not one of the faith, yet you wish the water that is holy and sacred to us?
Yes, sir. I think in this instance, Talos will understand. You see, the old ones are coming back onto this plane, and it is my quest to help banish them back.
Fascinating. Very fascinating. Well, I will warn you, the water that is holy to Talos bears with it the tempest itself.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I don't need a lot. Just a little bit.
Oh, okay. Well, you have a vessel?
Actually, I do not.
Well, then, how do you wish to take the water? I do not recommend passing it through your body. I do not believe it would stay holy once it exits.
Well, hold on a sec. Oh, you know what? I do have a vessel. I have a healing potion vial that I have used up, so I do have an empty vessel.
Perfect. He reaches out his hand to take it from you.
I hand it over.
All right. He grabs it and, while saying a prayer, dips it in and fills the water about 3/4 full, and then corks it and holds it tight to himself, saying a blessing before handing it back to you. He says, I have warned you. beware the tempest.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I will be careful.
You feel that the water inside the jar is tending to rock on its own, like slosh back and forth.
Okay. All right. Well, I put it in my pack, so.
Awesome.
And then I continue, and I'm like, okay, well, Ray, that's pretty much all I needed. Is there anything you need or want?
Nope, not particularly, except maybe a few drinks.
All right. Well, let's mosey on. Let's go try and find Alpha. I imagine he'll be the easiest one to find, and our companions, when they're done, will probably be able to find him.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can make your way back to where you were, where the blacksmith was that you just traded. I mean, he was nearby there.
Sounds like a plan. So we'll.
So, all right, you make your way over there.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I didn't want to talk over you. Anyway, so yeah, you make your way over, and he's there preaching away. You know, most people are giving him a pretty wide berth.
We just kind of hang back and watch. So, kind of.
He has moved on at this point into. Well, actually, hey Alpha, make me a performance roll really quick.
Performance. Oh yay! I get -1 to that.
Oh, joys.
9.
Yeah, so you guys come over right as Alpha reaches the point where he is saying, "Join me so that you too may experience the joy, and we may spread our word of Gondoria far and wide. You may be the burning fire that carries it from person to person and port to port."
Oh my god. Perfect.
Oh god, so what happens?
God will allow you to put your exploding babies to good use.
Yes, there you go. I like that. So wait, what happens to what, Jay?
The crowd. What does the crowd do at this point? Because I know what I would do.
They're giving even a wider berth than when like the crazy missionaries show up at OSU. Like they're really staying far away.
Okay. Wow. Oh my god. All right. So Dane's kind of cough laughing into his fist right now, just and shaking his head, going, "Oh man, Alpha needs work."
It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
All right. So, how long do Ray and Theseus eventually come on by?
Castros and Theseus.
Sorry, Castros.
Hey, I'm not the only one. Yes. You know, a little bit later. I mean, it takes you guys a little while to do everything. So eventually, after, let's say, 3 hours, probably plenty enough time.
Okay.
Its sun is going down quickly. Everything's closing up shop. I mean, it was, you know, early evening before, and now it's like getting into night. You guys finally catch up with each other and really decide, like, oh, we should do something about this.
So we need an inn with a tap room, preferably for good old Ray there.
Yep.
Well, you. Let's see. I guess you guys would know just from kind of stories of the area that all the inns are down basically at the docks, you know, as far out away from the central district as possible.
Interesting. Okay.
So I'm assuming no forests are nearby at all?
No, this island is completely deforested.
Oh, not a tree anywhere?
I'll have
There
to
are
sleep
house plants.
Gross.
House plants. If you're very lucky, a shrubbery.
Yeah. So
You
that's
know what?
like,
Yeah, Castros will just go to the whatever. Like he'll follow behind everybody else, and once they get to the inn, if there's any kind of house plants, they'll just like sleep in the houseplant to feel more at home. He's never slept in a real bed before.
Okay.
So
Well, then,
he'll vouch to sleep in the dirt and soil of a domestic plant.
roll me. Okay, just for fun on that, roll me a 1d20 and tell me what you get.
20?
Oh, wow. Yeah, you actually are successful. Going down, you actually find a relatively nice-looking inn that is decorated with some large pots. I mean, huge, and I mean, like, huge, like you could lay across them. So 10 feet diameter, carefully planted. You just crawl yourself right inside.
Not wanting to sleep in the plants.
Seems like a little bit of a waste.
Oh my god. Alright, well, Castros definitely gets good sleep tonight.
Yeah. All right. So we all get a room, and then I imagine Ray and Dane will head to the. We'll ensconce ourselves in a booth in the tap room.
Yep.
All right.
Order some ale.
You get your ale, I'm getting beer.
That's what ale is, baby.
Hey, no.
Need-
Hold on. One is, was it beer is fermented from the bottom and ale from the top, or vice versa, something like that?
I have no idea. I just know that in the grocery store, there's not a lot of difference between an ale and a beer as far as taste or
but-
anything like that.
You watch All About Eve, and they talk about it in that, because there's Pike's Ale, the ale that won for Yale, and he talks about how, like, ale is fermented from, like, the one side and beer from the other, and that's what makes it different.
Not beer, lager.
Or lager, whatever. The point is, they
Lager
talk
and ale,
about it.
Two different types of beer.
Ah, there you go. Thank you. See, we needed the bartender to chime in.
/ ex beer representative.
Yeah.
Ales and lagers use different types of yeast. Lagers are a cold ferment, while ales are a hot ferment.
There you go.
Okay. And
I still recommend that movie, though. All About Eve is excellent.
All About Eve.
Yeah, came out in like 1939. It's a really awesome movie.
Interesting. 1950.
Or is it 50 for that one? Oh, I think I might have been thinking of The Awful Truth. No, that was 1936, I think.
That's got
Anyway.
Marilyn Monroe in it. Betty Davis.
Does that one have it? Huh, I guess it does. Well, anyway, it's a great movie.
Interesting. Margot Channing.
Oh,
Anyway,
no. I'm sorry. I'm in the wrong... No, wrong movie. Not All About Eve. The Lady Eve.
Ah.
The Lady Eve, 1941. Yeah. Barbara Stanwyck, Henry Fonda, William Demihurst. Yeah, Charles Osborne. I mean, the cast is amazing. The movie is just incredible. It goes all over. Yeah, I just all the titles get messed up. But yeah, excellent film. Lady Eve, 1941. Highly recommend it. Same with The Awful Truth, Cary Grant and Ralph Bellamy, like 1936, if I remember right. Just peak of cinematic achievement for that era, and it's just one of the funniest movies for that time period.
What, The Lady Eve or The Awful Truth?
The Awful Truth.
Okay.
Like 36, 37, somewhere in there. Really, I love it. And yeah, Ralph Bellamy is hilarious.
Okay, sounds good.
Anyway, sorry, I got this derailed. Anyway, yes, you guys, you go in, you get your drinks for the evening, and you are hanging out in the bar, and roll me a perception check.
Oh no, not a perception check.
Well, you're drinking, so I'm not asking for disadvantage, but you know, normal.
Oh. So I rolled a 21 on perception.
Ray got a 17 on perception.
Awesome. Actually, both of you did really well. Dane, you catch it first, and you say, "Hey, did you hear those two talking over there?" And Ray's like, "No, but did you hear these two over here?" And you guys both kind of sit and listen. And Dane, the ones you talk to first, they say, have you heard? There's strange things happening out there. People disappearing, whole landscapes being wiped clean. I don't know. Some say it's the end times. It's really weird. And then on the other side of the room, there's a different conversation going on. They're like, the trade routes are getting blocked up. Whole ships just vanished immediately. That one ship, oh crap, I had the name and I lost it. Anyway, I'll find it in a minute. The ship came in empty. Not a single person aboard. Cargo was untouched. It just kind of crashed into the shore. It was really weird. That was the one that was coming over from, one of the mining towns. So these are some of the conversations you hear. Oh, the Demeter. That's what it was the name of the ship. Anyway. Yeah, so you guys hear all these conversations about strange happenings in the world as you're sitting and drinking and just kind of experiencing the local color, the lore of, how people talk when hanging around the bar.
Right. And we're thinking those sound like places that we were just there, where the old ones have been defiling.
And other places.
That's what I said to Ray.
Yeah. I don't know. Does Ray have a response?
I don't like the sound of this. Not one bit. I say as I chug down more of my beer.
Nice. Alpha, what are you up to?
Actually trying to spread the word to anyone who would listen.
You say all these people are talking and you're like, just randomly, okay, sure, here, tell you what. Roll me another performance check.
8.
8. Yeah, it's not going over well. You're sitting there in the corner, and eventually one of the barmaids grabs a tablecloth and just walks up to you and says, "Hey, you look great, very statuesque. Could you mimic a Gandhian pose? Like, how would he look triumphantly?"
Oh, but of course.
And then as soon as you
does it.
Yeah, so then as soon as you take the pose, she just like, "Oh, very nice, and hangs the cloth over you, and oh, that's perfect. Just stay right there. Oh yes, absolutely, that's stunning. All right, I gotta go deliver these drinks, but I'll be right back," and just wanders off.
As he's doing the pose, though, he continues preaching about the glory of God from underneath the sheet.
Yes, but it's quite muffled, at least.
Yes.
Anyway, so that happens late into the evening. Everyone eventually kind of tires out and heads off. And by the time the sheet's pulled down, you realize, oh, there's no one left in here. And then I'm assuming, Dane, you're just going to hang for a while and then go to bed?
Yep.
All right. Well, I think this is good place to stop for the evening. You guys made it out. You got your stuff, and we are ready and primed for the next adventure.
A voyage? Yes.
Yeah.
Possibly a voyage or any number of things. Being that you're at Idocrax right now, you could go literally anywhere in the world.
Say that again?
From where you're at, you could go literally anywhere in the world.
Oh, okay, because we're kind of center for everything, or...
Well, we need to
Yep,
find...
much like all roads lead to Rome, all trade routes lead here.
Okay.
You find Theseus' sword.
Yeah, that's definitely priority one.
Yeah, that's what we'll do tomorrow. He'll go to like a sea ocean goddess. Nature stuff. Go to ocean goddess. Because he's not familiar with the ocean, but he can just still find her temple. And meditate a bit on it.
Okay. Alright, well, perfect.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for our character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.